What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. It's Friday and so happy to be back to another live stream. And oh boys, today we have great content. I got exclusive, private, mega important access to the new coding agent of JETBRAINS, Juni, for PHP Storm. And I'm so happy about this, by the way. I'm so happy that finally I'm gonna have something that looks like Cursor in terms of AI vibe coding, but on my favorite editor ever for PHP development, PHP Storm. But that being said, how everyone is doing today? Excited to see everyone. Transcode, how you doing? Josh Siri, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. Duca10, how you doing? Melok, what's up? How you doing? How people on YouTube? How everyone is feeling today? It's Friday. Finally Friday, and we have some time for us to literally do some vibe coding together. And today, I'm honestly super excited about two things. Okay, we are going to do two things today, hopefully. The first one is finally try out Juni. Okay, and if you don't know what it is, just check this out. All right, just watch this. Okay, so you guys know, I have tried multiple times in the past something called windsurf. I have tried Cursor, and honestly, in terms of vibe coding, in terms of auto completion, all of them were awesome. They had one problem. For PHP development, PHP Storm is just the GOAT. You guys know that, right? So, you know, I was kind of begging the entire world and the gods and everyone that PHP Storm would bring that experience as well for PHP development. And guess what? They got me exclusive access to the Juni smart coding agent for PHP Storm. And it looks like exactly what you would expect. Literally, an AI assistant here on the top right. Let me make this a little bit bigger though. Can I make this bigger? Can I make this bigger, chat? I don't have no idea. What is this? Oh my god, I have no idea. We have to figure out all of that stuff today together. But I was begging the gods and everyone to literally have something like this on PHP Storm. So now I can combine, you know, PHP Storm, the best editor in the world, with a coding agent on my top right that is as good as Cursor and Windsurf. At least that's what I'm expecting. I have no idea. Meanwhile, how everyone is feeling today, I have exciting news, which is apparently some of my shorts got it viral on TikTok, and I'm kind of growing over there, which is pretty cool. What's up, TikTokers? How everyone is feeling? Charlie Frenchboy, nice to see you as well, dude. Metroid, nice to see you. Ron Menvind, nice to see you, dude. How everyone is feeling today. And now I'm a DJ. Did you guys know that? Watch this. Watch this. One second. Oh yeah, some DJ vibes right here. I have literally my DJ controller. That's right, my DJ controller. I'm still kind of learning a little bit, but you know, we'll get good with time. I can put the volume up. I can do some DJ stuff if I want to. I can do stuff like this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We'll become better with time, but hopefully, you know, we have time for all of that. Today, we literally need to focus a little bit on vibe coding and the new starter kit I'm working on. You guys also know about this, right? You guys also know that I have been literally working on this starter kit, all right? This starter kit is called the Vest Kit Starter Kit, which is something I've started from scratch, and it's my own starter kit, you know, my own starter kit. The thing I use to start a new fresh Laravel project. And you guys know, it comes with a bunch of good defaults, including PHP Stand, Pack PHP, you know, Pint, Vector PHP, all of that cool things. But we never actually released this to the world, so you guys are going to help me out with that. I do have one question though, which we do need to come with a solution today, which is, should this be under this Vest Kits namespace or my own starter kit? On my own organization? Should be Vest Kids /Laravel or Nuno Maduro /Laravel? We have to decide that today because I'm literally releasing this stuff to the world today, okay? So what do you guys think about this? Josh Siri is saying its own organization. So you mean Vest Kids, right? Duketan is asking, it is WIP, right? Well, I don't think it will be WIP today. Today was literally the place I released this stuff, all right? Josh Siri is saying your own organization. You mean like Nuno Maduro /Laravel starter kit? That's what you mean? I could do that, you know, but I was kind of hoping that I could just bring some people together to literally work on this stuff with me. You know what I mean? All right, Konstantin is equally saying, use Nuno Maduro /Laravel. He thinks it's a good idea. Tendai and Mikael from TikTok, welcome to the live stream. In case you don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer, you know, Laravel core team member as well. And today I'm live streaming as usual, just like any Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And guess what? We are doing two things today. The first one is that we are going to literally explore this Juni smart coding agent. Now, this is something that I got private access to. So this is not public yet. It's still, you know, kind of a private thing. JETBRAINS is developing, but I got exclusive access to be able to try it out and give feedback to the PHP Storm team. So this looks exactly like you would expect. Exactly like Cursor or Windsurf, is literally a smart agent on the top right of your favorite editor, which is PHP Storm. The second thing we are doing today is releasing my own starter kit, and this will be awesome. Subnew says, Nuno sounds better than Vest. Okay. Tendai is saying, I see your name a lot when I'm creating a new Laravel app. That's awesome. Yeah, that's Nuno Maduro Collision. That's me, dude. That's me. That's me. Okay, my own name? Alright, dudes. That's it. You guys won. You guys won. Let's do that already. Let's go here. Can I transfer this stuff? Can I even... Yeah, I can. Transfer ownership. Select owner, which will be me. Thank you, thank you. Repository name. What do you think, chat? Laravel starter kit? Should be Laravel starter kit. Write on the chat if you think it should be Laravel starter kit. Tendai, thank you, thank you. Nuno Kids /Laravel? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna just be, you know, Nuno Maduro /Laravel starter kit, and that's it. Will June replace the AI assistant? My guess is yes, because I was exploring a little bit, and with Juni, you have coding and asking, so I can literally make a question. Like, for example, what is the version of Laravel on this project? We need to make this bigger, by the way. So this is literally, you know, answering my question and opening composer.json, as you can see. So yeah, I think we'll effectively replace the AI assistant on PHP Storm for sure. Why not just start a kit? I don't think it's a good idea, dude. I don't think it's a good idea because, you know, a starter kit can be about multiple things, you know? It would be cool to have a Laravel to kind of explain that it's a Laravel starter kit. You know what I mean? Is Taylor still coding in Sublime Text? The answer is yes. Well, at least the last time we coded together, which was in Amsterdam, he was coding on Sublime Text. Very badass, by the way. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, you guys decided, let's name this Laravel starter kit for now. If I go to starter kits, for example, how Laravel names their own starter kits, like this one, for example. Let me see. Oh, they don't have a name. Wait. If I go to Laravel, oh, it's Livewire starter kit, I think, or starter kit Livewire, I think. 1 second. What am I doing? Okay, if I go, for example, to this one, I want to see the actual code. Where the actual code actually lives. Does anyone know? Laravel starter kit is good, right? Yeah, let's go with that one. Let's go with that one, chat. So Nuno Maduro, Laravel starter kit. Yes, I confirm. I want to perform this change and transfer to the repository. Yes. Use GitHub Mobile. Okay, baby. 1 second, chat. Are they leaking my two-factor authentication code? Bam, 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 bam. So it's done. So apparently it should be already under my own thing. And I keep the GitHub stars. That's awesome. All right, chat. Here we go. At least we have now a link, which is pretty cool. So there is a couple of things I want to do with this, okay? The first thing I want to understand is if Juni works well, that's the first thing. And then I want to see if Juni has some kind of .rules file. So we talked about how important it is to have a .rules file when you are vibe coding, okay? So again, vibe coding is this very confused term where you use agents to kind of write some of your code, okay? And typically, you need to instruct these agents how you like your code to be architectured. And sometimes we talked about this, that we need to literally instruct Cursor, but also Windsurf, how we like our code to be. And we noticed that by doing something like this, by having a rules file, the code outputted by these tools are just much better. Now, Juni hopefully will have something like this. Hopefully, all right? Pars1, Val89, thank you so much for the Prime subscription. I really appreciate your support. Dude, you are absolutely awesome, man. This is, by the way, Juni is not yet publicly available, and it's not yet available for people trying it out. This is literally private access that was given to me, so I can literally play a little bit with this tool while it's not out yet. I know it's out already, but not for PHP Storm. It's only out for, if I go all the way down, seems to be out for Python, WebStorm, and GoLand, which is their editors for Python and Go and other languages. But it's coming soon for PHP Storm, and we are trying this one today. Okay, the Juni for PHP Storm. I don't use Telescope on my starter kits, because not all of my projects need Telescope, especially now with Nightwatch coming out. I don't think I will ever use something like that locally again. You want to know what my starter kit includes? Oh boy, includes a bunch of stuff, dude. I want to show you, man. So besides being insanely sexy, okay, with the actions folder, with the enums folder, it had 2 enums folder. I'm going to remove this one. This is a bug. All right, enums folder. It contains, the models with property attributes just like that, easy peasy. It contains my Nuno Maduro Essentials package, which is probably one of the best things in the world right now. Nuno Maduro Essentials package right there, which is still yet to be tagged. And they obviously contain all of the tooling in PHP that I love, including past PHP, pack, Ractor, and type coverage. By the way, something I want to explore a little bit is Ractor for Laravel. So I equally want to do that a little bit today. Kind of explore this Ractor-Laravel. Does any of you ever try this one, by the way, or not yet? Have you tried this one? Because I've heard good stuff about this project, including that it's actually very good implementation of Ractor for Laravel. Does any of you ever try this one? If yes, let me know how good it actually is. Actually saying you are incorrect about the definition of vibe coding. Oh, I guess I am. I don't care, you know. PHP is outdated. No. PHP is very much in date, all right? If you think PHP is outdated, you are outdated, to be honest. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you don't know what Laravel Essentials is, it just is this new package I have created, which literally tweaks a little bit how Laravel works behind the scenes to make it like a little bit better in terms of defaults, or at least the defaults I believe on, including strict models, automatically eager loading relations, immutable dates, and much more. I'm a big fan of this defaults in Laravel, like unguarded models, immutable dates, forcing HTTPS, kind of for heap destructive actions in production with artisan commands. I'm a big fan of this stuff, so I have pretty much built an entire package called Nuno Maduro Essentials, which contains all of this stuff, all right? Here we go, chat. Here we go for all of you. Looking forward to comparing Juni with augmented code. Dude, let's get started on that stuff. I'm excited as well to try out Juni. Let's just do that right now, all right? All right, Juni, here we are, here on the top right. What do I want to do? I want to start by making sure my dependencies are up to date on this skeleton. So let's start by that. Let's type composer update real quick. And then type composer bump to update all of my dependencies as well. And there is this new command I have learned called composer outdated, which tells you exactly what is outdated in your project. It's actually a very cool command. I'm a big fan of this command. It tells you exactly what is outdated in your project, if you have anything, all right? So apparently, it's still not using past4. All right, I'm gonna give you a top secret situation right here. Past4, it's already installable if you want to, but don't tell anyone, all right? So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna use past4, but please, for God's sake, just don't tell anyone outside of this stream, all right? Past4 is supposed to be released only on Laracon US, all right? So this is like literally a top secret situation, all right? So don't tell anyone. By the way, chat, how is the music? Is the music okay? I'm kind of learning a little bit how the music is still yet with my DJ control situation. Let me know, chat, all right? Out of curiosity, why would you consider building your own starter kit instead of using something like Filament PHP? It's very different things. So Filament PHP is an admin panel to build, some sort of things that require an admin panel, but also require, some sort of tables and search on those tables and much more. My starter kit is much more simple than that. It's like a minimal implementation of Laravel to get started, and that's it. Ronaldo, thank you so much for the subscription on Prime. 3 months already. You are awesome. Thank you for your support, by the way, all right? So we have literally all the PHP unit paratest outdated. So what I'm going to do is migrate to past4. And the only thing you have to do to migrate to past4, top secret situation right here, is type composer update and that's it. And you are in past4 immediately. Ooh. Oh yeah, I need to change the stability of this project to dev because past4 is not yet out. So obviously I need to go to, change this minimum stability to dev instead of stable, all right? Is Juni better? Dude, honestly, if Juni is good enough, I will be happy already because I want to use PHP Storm and I want to be on VS Code. That's it. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think is the best editor out there? Which editor do you use at the moment? I think PHP Storm for PHP development is just the best one. What do you guys think about that? Franklin, thank you so much for the subscription through Prime. You are absolutely awesome. Thank you for your support, by the way. Because of people like you, I'm able to literally buy a new ARM microphone, also new lightning, and also a DJ controller. You are awesome. PHP Storm, let's go, Shad. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I know VS Code is pretty much good, is good as well, but kind of tailored a little bit for, you know, JavaScript development. While for PHP, I still think PHP Storm is kind of a little bit ahead of it, right? Oh, Pavel is saying that I'm using Juni right now, and it's good enough. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm very curious about that. RGN is saying that Juni is kind of slow, but really accurate. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Elson is asking if I use Laravel Pint regularly. Dude, I have created Laravel Pint. This happens so many times, man. Like people, you know, especially Laravel developers, obviously they don't know who created these packages behind the scenes, but I have created Laravel Pint. So yes, I do use Laravel Pint. That was a good question. TLDR, today we are literally exporting June. June is this cursor alternative, or, you know, kind of having this vibe coding top right situation for PHP Storm, and I'm trying that today. That's the TLDR. This will effectively replace the AI assistant on PHP Storm, I think. So, you know, that being said, we are using Pastfort already. I'm gonna type this. Do we have a happy test suite? I'm gonna type composer test to see if we have a happy test suite. Chat, do you prefer a lofi E-pop, or you prefer a little bit like discotheque music, progressive house? Do you want progressive house or lofi E-pop? Write down the chat. Which type of music do you want for today's live stream? Country music? Oh, serious? You guys serious? You guys really like the country music. All right, I don't know. Should I go with country music, chat? What do you guys think? Thank you for the amazing contribution in the PHP. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's go with some country music today, chat. I'm gonna close this real quick. Bam, 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 bam. Doing something like this. What am I doing? Oh, I need to go here. Country music again. You guys love that one, so I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna type here epidemicsounds.com. Go all the way down and select the all-time favorite country music. Here we go, Shad. Let me know if the music is okay right now. Or if it is a little bit too loud, let me know as well. Alright, chat, how is the music, by the way? Let me know. Seems a little bit too loud, don't you think? The stream is lagging? I think it's just for you. Let me know, chat, if the stream is lagging a little bit. Nice music, thank you, thank you. GTA San Andreas music? Dude, GTA San Andreas was the GOAT. People can talk about GTA 5. For me, my life is all about GTA San Andreas. Okay? GTA San Andreas was so much the GOAT for me. I don't know what you guys think about that. Alright, chat, let's start. Let's go here and see how it goes. So we do have a misspelling on resources GS. What is this? GS is definitely not a misspelling, so I think I'm gonna add this one to my pack.php, pack.json file. Not file systems either. I'm so confused. This stuff is new. So I remember that pack.php as some sort of thing I can use for this. Ignore all. Here we go. This music is not for PHP. I like country music. I like country music. This is not early access. This is private access. A little bit different. So, you know, I reached them out. I told them, like, I really would like to try your, you know, code agent for PHP Storm. They give me private access. All right. So test suite happy to go. Let's commit all this stuff. So I'm going to type git status to see what we have. This is exactly what I want to commit. So I'm going to type git commit -m and type adjust composer dependencies. All right. I'm going to put here on the very first prefix shore because we are effectively committing a shore, and do a git push. This should go now to Nuno Maduro Laravel starter kit. Here we go. Ask Juni to fix that. That would be cool, though. That would be cool. Honestly, we can make a small test already with Juni. Let's go here, for example, to the user. Let's make our test suite fail. Let's, for example, I don't know. What if I do this, for example? What happens? Do I have my test suite failing? I do. Oh, this is a good test, actually. So something I would do always, literally all the time, is ask the AI tool to literally fix my test suite. So the very first test I want to do with Juni is literally ask him, can you please, for God's sake, fix my test suite? So let's try that one, all right? By the way, chat, tell me if the music is okay, please, for the God's sake. It cannot be too loud, all right? So that being said, let's go. Can you please be kind and fix my test suite? When I run vendor being passed, my test suite fails. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. Make me happy, Juni. Please, please fix my test suite. I think he's able to run commands, right? I mean, Cursor was able to access to my terminal, so I just hope that that's a thing. So otherwise, this will be complicated. I will delete all of the tests file like the last time. Dude, if it starts like that, it will be so cool. Why? Wait, what? I think he found the issue, by the way. The user model has been updated to include the remember token back in the Eden. To fix the test suite, you need to add remember token. Oh, I was in ask mode. I need to change to code mode. Oh my god, I'm so bad. All right, sorry, chat. Let's go again. Let's basically grab all of this stuff. Open a new thing. Can I open a new thing? Where do I do that? Like here, maybe? No? Where do I open like a new session? Can I open a new session? Oh my god. Oh, start a new task. Here we go. So coding mode. That is ask mode and coding mode. Ask doesn't access the terminal or the code. Well, at least it doesn't change the code. So I'm going to change to code mode. And can you please be kind and fix my test suite? When I run vendor being passed, my test suite fails. All right, let's go again. Please, please, Juni. Make my life easier a little bit. Start again. Juni is a real developer. If she deletes a test files, no error with no test files. That's right. Ooh, he's running commands on the terminal. Oh my god, so good. The UI is very sexy, don't you think, chat? I really like the font. What do you guys think about the font? By the way, chat, can you guys actually read this? It's not too small? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know, chat. Ooh. I think he did the job. Oh my god. Juni is actually good. So it was able to literally fix the issue automatically. So he went to my user model and he re-added back the remembered underscore token. Like literally. Oh my god. So good. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Juni. By the way, Juni is a she or a he? Juni. Juni is kind of a female name, right? What do you guys think? Lydia! +1 to Juni text, -1 to the volume. Wait, what? Just ask. I mean, it will say like something like, I am an AI agent or whatever. +1 for the font size. Oh, gotcha. But I cannot increase the font, can I? Let me check. Settings. Juni. Juni project settings. Yeah, I cannot increase the font of Juni. Yeah, it doesn't work. Apparently I cannot increase this font. So good job. That was a very good start, by the way. That was a very good start. So now we have a passing test suite, right? There we go. Here we go. You love the music? Well, apparently people here love country, so I guess we start with this. -1, +1 for the font. Dude, what do you guys even mean? Do you guys want me to put the volume a little bit lower and the font a little bit higher? Press Command+ to zoom in. It doesn't work. So here, for example, it kind of works, I think. Oh, wait. I think it... It worked. Thank you, thank you. All right, chat, I put the volume of the music a little bit higher, a little bit lower, all right? They are using JETBRAINS Modo Quattro font. That's a very cool font, by the way. Can I use that font as well on my editor? Let me see. I don't see that font here. JETBRAINS Quattro font or whatever. It doesn't seem to be here. Looks pretty cool, though. Okay, so I see that Juni can literally fix my my test suite. That's a start. That's a start. What else do I want to do? Let me see. Okay, so this is good. This is good. I want to... We obviously need to write the README for this stuff, which is yet a work in progress, that's for sure. But I want to kind of see Juni in action. Let's write, for example, a to-do list thing, all right? So basically pretty much a very easy to-do app, something really simple. So I'm gonna go here and type the following. Go slowly, okay? Or do not go slowly, actually write me, wait. I need to check first about the rules file, right? Because they don't have a rule. Do they have a rules file first? I need to check that. Juni PHP Storm rules file. Do they have a rules file? I don't want to have a to-do app on my starter kit, but I want to ask literally. I want to try the starter. I want to try Juni in action, you know? Hey Mateus, how you doing? You can generate your rules file from the examples section. Really? Generate project-specific guidelines. Interesting. So let's click on this stuff. Please record on Juni. Oh, okay. So it's .juni/guidelines, just like Windsurf has its own vibe coding situation. Interesting. All right, go ahead. I'm going to just literally go with the default to see how it goes. Just go with the default. Simple, easy peasy, all right? Let's see how it goes. This is private access to Juni for PHP Storm, so it's not yet publicly available, okay? Yeah, we are going to create something a little bit more complex, that's for sure. I really like the font, chat. I think, honestly, this is probably one of the best fonts I have ever seen in my life. It's so good, honestly. Jesus Christ. I have no idea when this is actually becoming publicly available, but honestly, I'm so happy that actually PHP Storm is bringing this stuff. Literally so excited about this, honestly. One of the reasons why I wasn't doing any vibe coding whatsoever, to be honest, is that this stuff wasn't available on PHP Storm. So I'm really happy that now we have this. All right, so apparently to create my own .rules file is kind of going into everything that my project have to kind of determine how my .rules file should be. Well, the font is definitely JETBRAINS Mono, but it doesn't look the same. You guys see? This font looks a little bit different from the one I'm using, and I'm using JETBRAINS Mono, but this one looks a little bit different, don't you think? This is PHP Storm, not WebStorm. Yeah, the font is really sexy. Oh my god. Maybe a light variant. Yeah, I think it's a small, you know, just a small variant. Okay, so he created as well a homepage test.php file. Why? Like, what the heck? I don't want this. Why would you create this? That was weird. Well, I appreciate you have done that, but I don't want that. Guidelines.md file was created under .june/guidelines. Let's see. Okay, so basically the file lives under .juni guidelines.md. Let's see what we have here. This document provides guidelines and information for developing and maintaining this Laravel project. PHP 8.4 is hired is required. Composer is required for dependency management. This is not what I want. Oh, this is not the .rules situation. This is literally asking June for generating something that allow people to configure this project locally. Interesting. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. Okay. Can you generate? Or let's just copy paste our own. Jesus Christ. We have one already, right? Under .windsurf rules. Here we go, chat. Let's use this one. So this is the last thing, or the last time we have tried to generate a .rules file for AI vibe coding. We have come up with this. You are an expert in PHP, Laravel, React, Inertia, Past, and Tailwind. So I think I'm going to remove React and Inertia and keep Tailwind, but at least keep just PHP Laravel past, because this is literally an agnostic front-end starter kit. Coding standards, use PHP 8.4 features, follow the pint.json coding rules, enforce 3 types and array shapes via PHP stan. The project structure should be the following. Delete any .keep when adding a file, stick with existing structure, no new folders, avoid the facade DB, and use model query only, no dependency changes without approval. No base controllers, use from request for validation, names with create, update, or delete, use the action pattern with naming verbs, Yes. App models, avoid fillable, database migrations, omit the down method, perfect. Test using the past PHP for all files, run composer lint after the changes, run composer test before finalizing. Don't remove tests without approval, that's an important one. All code must be tested. Yeah, this is good. Let's use this one, okay? What an amazing melody for coding. I also like this one. Red Dead Redemption 2. I've never played that game, by the way. So the theme I'm using for PHP Storm is called... I literally need to do a video about my PHP Storm appearance. It's called Cappuccino Macchiato, and it's literally what I'm using at the moment. And my font is JETBRAINS Mono Nerd Font, Mono 23, line weight 1.2. And yes, I'm literally comparing Cursor with PHP Storm. I'm a big PHP Storm user. I have used Cursor a bunch of times, but I want to see how, this Juni looks like on PHP Storm. This is not publicly available, by the way. This is private access to Juni. They gifted it to me. Oh, thank you, Arthur. I appreciate your feedback. Okay, chat. I'm gonna copy this stuff. Is it the same thing as this one? Yes, it seems to be. I'm gonna remove this stuff since I'm not gonna use Cursor anymore. That's for sure. And I'm not gonna use Windsurf anymore either. So I can remove this, and I can use Juni only. Okay. All right. Cool. So we have guidelines. Is this guideline stuff supposed to be the place for Juni rules? By the way, let me see. Juni guidelines.md. Oh, here we go. Add global rules to Juni. 8 days ago. Yeah, .juni/guidelines.md. Perfect. This is exactly what we want, chat. Exactly what we want. Oh, you love the theme? Thank you. Yeah, I'm also happy with the theme. Cappuccino Macchiato. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm a big fan of that already. That's a good question. You want me to ask Juni if it supports multiple guidelines file? That's a good question. Let's go here and change to ask mode. Do you support multiple .rules files? Something I'm noticing immediately is that we don't have support for choosing the underlying model being used. Did you guys notice that? That's interesting. We don't have support for choosing the underlying LLM model being used, which I don't know if that will be a good thing, because I'm a big fan of Claude 3.7, okay? It doesn't seem to be aware of what my question was about. I mean, Juni.rules files. There is no information about Juni.rules files during What the heck? Okay, so hallucinating a little bit. I'm gonna stop on this stuff. Let's actually ask for developing an actual project. So I'm gonna just commit this stuff real quick. So we have deleted the windsurf stuff, the cursor stuff, and now we only use Juni, at least for now. So let's type sure, adjust Juni rules files. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I didn't understand the question, I think. It's guideline.md? Oh, really? It says guidelines. What the heck? Guidelines, you see? Let's try another one. Can I have multiple files like this? Oh, yes, you can have multiple files in the .juni directory. The .juni directory is designed to store configuration and guideline files for the Juni assistant. You can create additional files beyond just guidelines.md to organize different types of information such as coding standards in architecture.md. So apparently, any file within the .juni directory will be written up front. So this is pretty cool stuff, chat. This is pretty cool stuff, all right? So we can have pretty much multiple ones like cursor and windsurf, to be honest. Sweet. Sweet. Yo, what's up, Pick and Flow? How you doing? Okay, so this works for me. I'm gonna call this then coding standards.md, at least for now. Okay, chat. It's the moment of truth. It's the moment of truth. Let's ask Juni to actually generate anything, okay? Okay. Develop a very simple with a very minimal UI, a to-do application without any auth that obey to the rules files under .juni. All right, chat. That's it. It's time to try Juni on the real stuff. Here we go. A to-do application without any auth. Let's go. Juni is literally a cursor competitor, or literally a way of, having this vibe coding situation on PHP Storm as well. So I really like the fact that they are detailing the plan and then also executing commands on the right. This is pretty cool. What is Brave mode? Great question. I have no idea. Can I click here? Yes. Brave mode allows Juni to execute terminal commands without confirmation. Use it with caution and at your own risk. That's what Brave mode is about. PHP Storm vibes. Brave mode is cowboy coding. It's pretty cool way of navigating, by the way. You guys see? This is cool stuff. All right, so he's opening the web.php file, kind of understanding my application at the moment. Oh my God, it's already creating stuff. Oh my God. I want to leave the AI do its own stuff and then see how it goes. Something I'm expecting already is I expect the AI to literally run composer lint and composer test at the very end. If it doesn't do this, I will be a little bit disappointed already. I'm going to tell you up front. Okay. I'm going to tell you up front. The to-dos migration is created already. We can literally take a peek already. Meanwhile, let's read the chat. It's Friday, chat. It's weekend, man. We can literally chill at home. Does any of you works tomorrow? I'm not working tomorrow, I can tell you that. I'm going to do sports. I'm going to play video games. Do shit the entire day. It will be so cool. How you have June in PHP Storm? Dude, I have private access to Juni. They give me private access to try it out. It's not yet publicly available. PHP Storm is super awesome. They give me this private access to literally try it out. By the way, chat, meanwhile, give me a follow on YouTube if you enjoy my content. I'm literally publishing content on my YouTube channel pretty much every single day, including what dev tools am I using at the moment. This video is getting very popular. Super happy about this stuff. Give me a follow on YouTube if you like my content, if you appreciate my work. Okay, I'm seeing very cool things already. I'm seeing form requests being created, chat. This is promising. This is promising. Create to-do request, delete to-do request. Oh my god, this is very promising. Let's start with migrations. Oh my god. Oh my god, Juni. So is a heat, is a she, is a he? What Juni is? I have literally no idea. Vibe coding some API for screenshots and take some beers on the weekend. Let's go, man. I'm trying to drink a little bit less now, you know. Last week I actually went to the south of France and I had a couple of beers, you know. But this week I'm going back to gym again and trying to drink a little bit less. I actually spent I don't know, man, January, February almost without any drinking whatsoever. But it's something I really enjoy, and you know, sometimes I take one or two beers here and there, you know. Okay, let's start to see what code have been generated so far. Something I noticed already is June is fast. Like compared with Cursor, for example, June seems to be a little bit faster. I don't know, man. Maybe it's not faster. I'm not really sure, but it looks faster at least. It's already on the UI, so it feels to me that we can start understanding a little bit how the backend is actually built. So the first thing he did is creating this migrations file. So if I go here and type git status, for example, I get to see that we have a new migrations file. One thing he didn't did is he didn't create the migration using something like PHP Artisan make migration, which hopefully I was kind of expecting that to happen. Regardless, we have a to-dos table created by Juni with a title, which is exactly what I want. The description is a text, which is a very good thing in my opinion, because description, you know, it can be big. It can be big. We have a boolean completed with default false. I'm not fan of default values on my migrations. We talked about that, but I understand that Juni didn't know that. So it's kind of something that I'm willing to forgive. You guys know, typically default values, I like to see them on my actions. That being said, the migration is validated, chat. What do you guys think? Let's go file and see if you guys also agree with me. Are you guys happy with this migration? If yes, say yes. If no, say no. Pick and Flow is happy with this migration. Mora is equally happy. Dev, I don't know who I am, is saying I'm happy as well. Maxwell is saying no. Interesting. Why would you say that? I'm curious about that. Luikin is saying yes. So I guess, I mean, it's kind of common sense that this migration is looking okay. I would technically change this default value, but I understand that PHP Storm didn't know that, all right? So that being said, let's move now to my models to see which model did create. He created my todo.php file. Oh my god, chat, look at this. He made all the property deal stuff. This is pretty cool. Okay, Juni was able to understand that I'm a big fan of this property attributes documentation, and he did all of this. This is pretty cool stuff, chat. Pretty cool stuff. 10, 10 out of 10 chat already. Oh my god. I would technically do this, by the way. Okay, but not bad. Not bad, chat. Property read is very, 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 very good. Final classes kind of following the coding standards I love, which is pretty cool. It generated a factory at the same time for my to-do, which is absolutely awesome. He only added the completed as Boolean, which is interesting. Let me see. Let me see. Indeed, the Boolean, the completed is only cast needed here. So, very good job. Chat, I don't know what you guys think. This model for me is validated. 10 out of 10. What do you think, chat? Honestly, everything that JETBRAINS does, it's very good. Honestly, one day, I don't think this will ever happen, but if one day I quit Laravel, I'm gonna join JETBRAINS. Like, I'm gonna just offer myself to them. Just have them in your company, because this stuff is so good. No fillable, because I don't want fillables, dude. Literally on my coding standards.md, I told Juni, do not use fillables somewhere. Here we go. Avoid fillables. "11 out of 10 by Claudio." Oh my god, this is so cool. Honestly, 10 out of 10 to the model. Let's see what we have now. To-do factory. Let's see the factory. The factory, I'm very interested about the factory here. The factory situation. So, oh my god, he uses generics as well. So good. Title is a sentence. Description is a paragraph. And completed is a Boolean. Oh my god. So good. No migration down. That would be like also very good. Let me see. No migration down, chat. Oh my god. It's like my partner in my coding situation. All right, to-do factory. For me, it's validated. What do you guys think? For me, it's validated. Like 10 out of 10 as well. Very happy with this. Ooh, what is this? Chat, he made the complete thing in the incompleted thing on my factory as well. Oh my god, so good. Oh my god, so happy. While leaving the down method from a migration is a good thing, because if you have a change to perform in your database, just write a new migration. That's it. That's soap. I agree, Pick and Flow. Very happy about this. Very happy about this, chat. I think it's a very good addition. Oh my god. Very good, very good, very good. I'm still yet to see if he wrote tests to all of this stuff. That's something we still need to understand, but let's see how it goes. So we saw the migration, we saw the factory, we saw the model. What else we have? Let's jump to the actions. I'm very, but like very interested to see how my action situation is. All right, let's see. Create a to-do action is something that creates a new to-do, accepts an array with a string in mixed. So here it didn't respect array shapes. This is something I think we can improve our .md file by saying use value objects or use DTOs. We talked about this like on the other stream, that I'm willing to understand that actually DTOs can be really helpful here. So, you know, this is something that potentially could be better here. But still, it's not totally bad. It's actually okay. So we have the handle method, which accepts data and returns a to-do. This is good. Is using the query method. Oh my god, so good. I'm such a big fan of this query method. By the way, chat, do you typically use this or not? I'm always using this all the time. Do you use this as well? Do you typically use the query method? Because I'm such a big fan of this. Brown is asking, hi Nuno, I've heard that when Juni will be released for PHP Storm, close or not? I have no idea. They just give me private access, that's it. Yeah, we can ask Juni to add the DTOs. I'm gonna ask Juni to add DTOs. So I'm gonna create here something we can do to try this out. I'm gonna create here, actually I'm gonna put this on my read.md. ask for create DTOs. So this is something we need to try it out, all right? I see that a bunch of you are actually super fan of the query method. We probably should commit to the Laravel documentation to refactor all of the examples to use the query method, because everyone, you know, everyone likes the query method. You know, query method for the win. You know. I'm gonna tweet that stuff. I will always love model query in Laravel. Forever. Honestly, I'm you know, there is a few things on Laravel that I'm a big fan of, and this model query situation is something that I always use, like literally for kind of everything, you know. Plus that auto completion is just 1,000 times better. So, you know, I'm happy that Juni is using this. So is using the data title, is using the description, if there is any. This is very interesting because on our migration, he made the description nullable. So he is able to understand that the description might not be there. This is approved as well for me. Completed, it might be there or not, and if not, the completed is false. Chat, this is a 9 out of 10 for me, okay? There is one little thing I would have changed, which is the array shapes, and I have instructed Juni on my coding standards.md to use array shapes, right here, array shapes via PHP 10. So for me, this is a 9 out of 10. What do you guys think? Is the code shared with JETBRAINS through Juni? I think it's like privacy thing, you know, just like the other cursors, other editors like this. I don't know who I am is saying I wouldn't need to use the query method if the autocomplete would work on the class automatically. I think it's just also a little bit better than, you know, readable wise, you just type user query. So you are querying the user, just reads a little bit better, you know. Peak and Flow is saying, I trust JETBRAINS on my code much more than I trust on something like Microsoft OpenAI. Dude, so true. So true. Allows multiple rules files. So we ask actually June about that, and apparently allows multiple files. Our own is only called now coding-standards.md, but you can create multiple ones. So I assume the update to do action is very similar. Chat, this is actually very, very important when you are writing an action, which is when you are providing data to an action, always make sure the action uses the previous data if nothing is provided. So this is actually very useful because if you want to update only the description, you can provide only the description on a data, and you don't have to provide anything else because it will just reuse the previous title and the previous completed. This is actually very good. Ooh, this is actually a bug, I think. This should be fresh. But besides that, 9 out of 10. Again, he missed the array shape situation. Smith is saying, I trust JETBRAINS more than I trust on myself. Oh my god. Let's see the delete to do action. Is this good? Yeah, just to do delete, that's it. We don't need this, JETBRAINS. We don't need this. Okay, this is literally something. Again, 9 out of 10. This parameter is actually not that great. We don't need this. And we don't need, yeah, and that's it, okay? But yeah, 9 out of 10 for actions. What else do we have? We have the to-do controller. I'm very excited to see this one. So let's type HTTP controllers to-do controller. What do we have here? So we have a final class to-do controller that extends controller. There is no controller, there is no abstract controller. So it means that he handed the tests, he said that all tests passed without issues. This cannot be true. Exactly. Okay. Okay. It said all tests passes without issues, but they are literally failing. Refresh is not a bug? Oh, really? I thought the refresh would just basically... Oh, it's not a bug because it literally changes the object on memory, so it just works. Yeah, you might be right. If you want to delete the to-do description, yeah, you can. So in that case, you can actually pass null. The exclamation point only is executed the right side if the left side doesn't exist at all, not even as a key. So if you provide like key no, I think that condition will be used basically. The model Juni uses, I have no idea, man. You know, a feedback that I will give them immediately is that I want to use Claude 3.7 and I don't see a selector to select the model I want to use. So I kind of wish they had something like where I can select the model I want to use. And even if I have to pay a little bit more, I'm kind of okay with that. Because obviously they don't allow me to select the model, and that's kind of a downgrade a little bit. By the way, chat, we are currently streaming to 5 different platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Kick. Appreciate you guys being on that side. If you enjoy my content, please follow me on YouTube and Twitch. I really appreciate your support. Let's keep going testing Juni. So obviously Juni tell me that the tests are passing, which is not true. So Juni is a liar. Okay, Juni is a liar, but we're going to ask Juni to fix my test suite. I'm going to go to my read.md, ask to fix my test suite. I'm going to leave this stuff because the abstract controller does not exist and I don't want to use one. I was precise about that situation here. I told literally no abstract base controllers under my app HTTP controllers. Chat, base controllers are bad. Do you guys use base controllers? Tell me on the chat. If you use base controllers, say yes. If you don't use any abstract controller, say no. Please, for God's sake, I want to know this. Yeah, Claude 3.7 is literally the best of the best, so I kind of wish they have that. And come to the dark side, Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is awesome for live streaming. The culture is just good. DrakCR is saying, I use abstract controllers, but they are empty. That's why you shouldn't use them, because you don't put anything there, really. So, you know. It's used by the default make command. No, actually, I don't think so. You want to see? Watch this out. I think I actually have made a contribution, so the make command doesn't use the abstract controller. Let's see. I'm going to type PHP artisan make controller stream chat is awesome, for example. And this stuff won't use the abstract controller, you see? Apologize, chat. Since you started streaming, I don't use the abstract controller. Oh my god. God bless. Thank you, chat. Yeah, so basically I did a contribution to Laravel, so the abstract controller doesn't get used when that happens. Peak and Flow, thank you so much for gifting 3 tier 1 subs, dude. You are absolutely awesome. You have already gifted more than 50 subs on this channel, so I really appreciate your support since day one. You are one of the OGs, Peak and Flow, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, chat, I agree. I'm happy that you all don't like abstract controllers. I'm not a big fan of them as well. So this is a bug, and I'm going to ask Juni to fix that. All right, display listing of to-dos. What do we have here? Public function index, which returns a blade view. I'm okay with that. To-dos is a query latest get. This is good, actually fetching all of the to-dos in a very minimal way. You guys remember, I literally ask Juni to be simple and minimalist. So I'm happy with this query, by the way. Then I return the view to-dos index with a compact to-dos. I kind of wish Juni didn't use the compact, okay? Compact is a very magical method in the PHP world, and honestly, you guys should avoid this at all costs, okay? That wasn't good by Juni, okay? Juni, I'm not happy with you, my friend, huh? Hey, Diane, how you doing? Pig and Floyd is saying 50. Oh my god, I spent too much money. Dude, I really appreciate that, man. You're awesome. Is this Spider? What do you mean, Spider? PHP is the best. I agree with you. Someone from TikTok saying that PHP is the best. Let's go. Let's go. What's wrong with the compact? It's a little bit magical. It's hard to... It's not understandable by tools like PHP Stan. You know, I feel like what you want to do here is just be explicit and say something like this. To-dos, bam, 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 to-dos. That's it. Simple, clear, everyone understands what's happening here. You know what I mean? How is June versus a standard JETBRAINS AI assistant? Much better, man, because it can actually run code, change code, it can literally go to the terminal. 1,000 times better, in my opinion. You're not a bad dev, Pick and Flow. This is just personal preferences. I like to be explicit when I'm coding. That's it. Golang is getting popular. Go is a very good language. I have used it here on my live stream. I'm very happy with it. So create is returning a view. To-dos create. I'm happy with this. Oh my god. Check this out, chat. We have a store method with a create to do request, and then we have the create to do action, which returns back a redirect response. I'm gonna call my action with the method handle, and I'm gonna provide the request validated stuff. Chat, 10 out of 10 for PHP Storm Juni on this one. Oh my god. Oh my god, what do you guys think about this? I'm honestly super happy about this. You make Juni coding just like you. That's right, man, that's right. Chat, do you want to see? Do you want to see? Do you want to see? Oh my god, what's happening with me today? Chat, do you want to see a very cool thing? Do you want to see a very cool thing? Watch this out, watch this out. Instead of typing, return, redirect, route, just watch this Laravel magic. Just watch this. Bam, bam. To route. Isn't this fantastically cool? Yeah, this is literally a helper on Laravel that Taylor literally had. I'm gonna tell you the behind the scenes of this helper. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know. I think it's kind of a secret, or it's not. At some point, Taylor Otwell was building at Laravel, not a product, but it's kind of some sort of POC or just a project to have fun. Call it Beep. Okay, and during the Beep creation, he had this helpers PHP file. And that helpers PHP file had this to route, okay? And I told him, like, dude, can you please just send that stuff to the framework? Because that helper is just absolutely awesome. Oh my god. Deep Vision is saying, Nuno, stop making things easy. We are getting paid by the hour. You awesome, Deep Vision. Thank you, thank you. Jumpy Lee is saying, PHP still exists. Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm gonna show you something, okay? I'm gonna show you something. Go to my YouTube channel and check this talk called Modern PHP in 2025. Just go to this talk right here and you will see a conference with thousands of developers right there, just literally going crazy about PHP. Plus, you will see how PHP is modern today. Just go to my YouTube channel and check this YouTube video. Call it Modern PHP in 2025. Luisa, yes, I'm Portuguese. Thank you for asking. I think, honestly, the results we are having right here, it's already awesome. And we are just using a basic coding standards.md. And also, we have a very small project so far. So I can just only assume that once we actually use this on the real project with real standards already, this will become so much better. Developers. Oh yeah, just a better .md file will become even better. That's for sure. All right, to-do controller. What do we have more? We have a show with a compact to-do. We told them that we don't like compact, but you know, not bad. We have an edit, which is perfect, and we have an update, equally using actions. So update to-do request, receive the to-do with the model route binding, and we have the action at the end. Perfect. We have the action with the validated stuff, redirect to to-do's index with the success, and finally we have the destroy, equally using actions. Chat. This to-do controller, in my opinion, write on the chat what do you think. For me, is an 8 out of 10. Okay, it's an 8 out of 10, which is a very good classification already. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I would go with 8 out of 10. Just my opinion. I'm happy with this. Nice minimalistic IDE. This is PHP Storm, man. PHP Storm. I go, yeah, 8 out of 10 because I truly feel like it did a great job. Honestly, declare strict types on top. Everything is just almost in the way that I would do. Almost. Steno983 is saying 9 out of 10 because I want to see equally the form requests. Really? Let's see. What do we have here? So to do, we have basically a final class create to do request, extends the form request, authorized through, I ask without any authentication, so I'm okay with that. Then we have the rules with required string maximum of 255. This is a very important thing, chat. A very important thing, and I'm happy that Juni was able to detect that the title can only be max of 255. However, we do have a problem on the description. Is missing a maximum right here, which is undeniably a problem because your database column may not actually handle the total size of any string. Okay? Okay. Diabel, what we are doing is literally ask the tool to fix the tests, okay? Because the tests are obviously with some problems, so I'm going to ask, just to remove the compacts, fix the test suite. I have this to do at the end, which I'm going to just do all of that, all right? So remove the compact. Ensure form requests have max values all the time. That's important. So I'm happy with the create to do requests, besides the maximum here missing. The nullables fields are actually pretty good stuff. Let's see the to do request, the delete to do request. It's totally empty, waiting for authorizes. This is looking good. The update to do request though is accepting sometimes a title, and when the title is provided then is required. The maximum is 255 and the string is a maximum of 100. The completed is sometimes needs to be there and is a boolean. Claudio, by the way, I'm releasing today my own starter kit. Okay, and this will contain the .juni file that will be committed to the project itself. All right. Do you use bail invalidations? I'm using bail invalidations more and more these days. Basically because I feel, when I'm writing a form, I want to see the problem as fast as possible, and I want a form focused on the very first problem, not focused on every problem appearing on the form, So sometimes Boolean, I'm happy with this. What else we have? Let's type here, git statues. We have views, which honestly, I don't think I care about them. Do I? Let's see. I asked for a very minimal front end. Let's see. I'm happy how the front end is organized though. Yeah, very basic Blade code with Tailwind CSS. Very organized as well. Let's run this to see how it goes on the actual terminal. So I'm going to type here PHP artisan serve, and I'm going to copy this link. And I'm going to copy this link if I found the copy deal. Here we go. Going to my terminal. Oh, did I need to compile my assets, maybe? Oh, I need to visit the route itself. Yeah. Never mind, chat. PHP artisan serve. And I need to go to web PHP and go to to-dos. Okay, gotcha. Class controller does not exist. You guys see? This is literally the problem with the to-do controller extending this controller thing. Okay, I'm going to remove this for now. How about now? Okay. Wait, what? Huh? What the heck? Let me go with Laravel Herd on this one. Create new site, link existing project. One moment, chat. I'm gonna just open this stuff with Laravel Herd real quick. Click on work, vest kits, Laravel. I want to use Laravel 8. Yeah, Laravel, and then PHP version of 8.4. Oh, apparently it's already available. Should I just type Laravel test, maybe? Maybe. Oh my god. Juni is not yet available on PHP Storm. This is private access. Okay, chat. Let me see something. I want to restart Herd real quick. What the heck? So this is the result. Oh, wow. I'm wondering now. Do you guys remember when we went to Cursor and we asked to make a really fancy design? Let's type something like this. Great job. Can you make the UI very fancy like Stripe? Is Stripe or Revolut? I cannot remember. Like Revolut. Make it really cool. So last time I asked Cursor to literally make the UI like really, really good, the results were outstanding. So I'm hoping that, you know, Juni from JETBRAINS can do something a little bit similar. This is literally my face when I have my untested code working well in production. So it's planning at the moment, which I'm not sure what that means. Oh, wait, now is writing tests for all of the components before engaging the UI to make it like Revolut. That's a good thing. Here we go. He's now engaging the UI. Did you wrote tests effectively? That would be cool. Oh, he did. Oh, here we go, chat. We have a few tests right here. Cool stuff. They were not passing because of the Xtense controller, but not bad. So it's now engaging the UI to make it fancy look like Revolut, which is a new requirement indeed. It may take a while. So what I think I will do is is what? Let me see. So something I didn't like about Cursor, but also about Windsurf, is that the requests were always failing. You guys remember when these vibe coding tools were trying to edit big files, and there was always like literally erroring out? It's not happening yet, at least yet, with Juni from PHP Storm. What do you guys think about Juni so far, by the way? I think so far I'm very happy about the result. I don't know what you guys think. By the way, chat, I did already run the test suite and it was failing. It's not anymore. It fixed the test suite. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. It did run linting in tests to ensure compliance. So after doing the entire application, it effectively ran linting in tests to ensure compliance. This compliance was specified on my .rules file. This is pretty cool stuff, by the way. So now it's focusing on a UI, but indeed we have a passing test suite. So if I run something like composer test, I'm not sure everything will be fully type covered, for example. Oh, it is. So if I type, for example, parallel coverage, do we have... Interesting. All right, it's almost there. It's editing the layout at the moment. How about PHP Stan? Well, with the mixed, it cannot be happy with PHP Stan, I can tell you that. Just one error? Wait, what? Update to do action should return to do, but returns to do or null. This is actually insane. Oh, because here we may actually not have anything. I'm gonna just do this. This should fix the issue. Here we go. This is crazy. Considering the amount of code that was generated, literally having PHP Stan happy, it's kind of insane. Get Twitch documentation and ask Juni to create the PHP package. Oh my god, chat. I don't know what you guys think. I'm just so happy that we finally have this vibe coding agent on PHP Storm. PHP Storm is like our partner, like everything in our life. And now we have literally vibe coding situation here on PHP Storm, chat. So happy about this. I believe we can add docs to Juni as well, just like we do on Cursor, yeah. Oh my god, I cannot wait to see the design at the very end. I'm wondering how accurate the design will be. So it's still editing, by the way, the index.blade.php. So it's not yet jumped to something like create or edit. So we still need to check that. It's planning on adding animations and transitions. I don't know if Cursor had this, but I really like the fact that we are getting details about what is planning to do. In what is the current progress as well. So here, for example, I know is literally engaging the UI to make it like Revolut. It's working on a list of to-dos. We'll jump to the create and edit forms, and only after we'll jump to animations and transitions. I don't have any clue when we'll be publicly available. The only thing I know for sure is that I'm gonna start using this stuff like from the moment, you know. So it's not yet available, by the way, chat. I'm sorry, man. I got private access to this stuff. Yeah, I did add my own coding standards.md, so also supported by June. It's very nice to see it in action, though. Yeah. You also a PHP Storm fan? Let me know. It's taking a while, by the way. By the way, I don't really care if my vibe coding tool takes a little bit more than expected, as long as it does a good job. Because what I feel is that it's even worse when you ask a vibe coding tool to do something and then it generates crap, you know? So what I really want is that just take the amount of time you need to think, but when you come back, just give me something that I really like. Or I really will like. So I think it's the case. PHP Storm for life, for sure. Ask Juni to generate stuff and then go to the gym. Let's go. By the way, chat, how you guys are doing in terms of sports? I'm doing, literally went to the gym today. Working out on my body, getting ready for Laracon US. Can Juni log the work Jira? Wait, what? Can Juni log work in Jira Tempo? What do you mean, dude? I'm using Juni trial right now at work. We'll probably have my boss get us pro licenses next year. Oh, interesting. Oh, chat, it did already finished the create blade view and now jumping to the update blade view with modern inputs. Oh, it's finished as well. It's now jumping to the edit thing. It's pretty cool to see the progress, by the way. This is obviously a little bit more complex than the backend code because it involves a lot of CSS, a lot of understanding, but let's see how it goes. Hey Digital, how you doing? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, this is serious. We are finally having Juni for PHP Storm as well. Very excited about this stuff. And, you know, just happy that, you know, we are able to use vibe coding in our favorite editor. I'm using the PHP Storm version, which is not yet publicly available. It's something still private. Okay, but it's working fantastically, honestly. Very good results so far. We have actions in place. We have literally our controller using all the actions and form requests. And one of the best things I have noticed, for example, we have our model being generated with property read stuff, for example. Everything seems perfect, honestly. Very happy about this. I will push this. I will push my my starter kit today. What time is it? 10:30. All right. This should be over soon, and then we can focus on shipping that stuff. Oh yeah, baby. This is sick. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. So if I do this, I can see the full progress. If I scroll to the right, I see only what's happening right now. Cool stuff. By the way, chat, if you don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer, currently trying Juni from JETBRAINS PHP Storm. You know, I'm streaming every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my YouTube channel and Twitch. If you enjoy my content, please, for God's sake, give me a follow on my YouTube channel. I really appreciate your support, chat. It's almost over. I think it's over. Oh my God. Are you guys ready for the moment of truth? Are you guys ready for the moment of truth? Let's see, let's see, let's see. So do I need to compile my assets? I don't think I do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's run npm run build. Bam, bam, bam. Move here to my to-do app. Hit the refresh button. Ooh, not bad. Task flow with the icon as well. Nice. Marcus pending. Oh, that's not bad. Hello. Oh my god, really feels like a full app because he really focused on a full app. This is really cool stuff. This is really, really cool stuff. Chat, what do you think? All right, dudes, it's time to evaluate. For me, this is a 10 out of 10 vibe coding experience, honestly. 10 out of 10 vibe coding experience with Juni PHP Storm. With pretty much zero configuration, he did pretty much everything I wanted. Codes exactly like I want. It doesn't hallucinate. Very happy about this vibe coding assistant, okay? So obviously, there is a bunch of vibe coding tools out there. My experience with all of them is all of them hallucinate, okay? A little bit. And with Juni from JETBRAINS, my overall feeling is that the code he generates is actually very accurate, and he codes in the way that I would actually want. For example, just looking at this to-do controller, I see that some of the things I always do, like using form requests, using actions, using those actions with the validated content, this is exactly how I would code this. Even if I click on something like todo.php, I see all my property annotations right here on the top. This is exactly how I want my PHP code. So honestly, starting today, I'm giving you my word, I'm going to use Juni for the rest of my life, okay? Juni for the win, my chat. Juni for the win, I can tell you that. PHP Storm, oh yeah, baby. Steno, that's the thing. I don't care if it's slow as long as it generates accurate code. So for me, it's a 9.7 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 for sure. Okay, 9.5 out of 10, or the 10 out of 10. Very happy with this. It's the best one I've used so far, I think. That's commitment. Oh yeah, baby. That's commitment, Chad. All right, that being said, I think the moment of actually... Do we want to... I don't think I want to do that today. Let's save the publishing this Laravel starter kit to another day, okay? Because I also want to try the Rector for Laravel situation before I actually tag this stuff, okay? But here is the plan. Here is the plan. The plan is start another live stream where we explore Rector for Laravel and potentially include that on my starter kit, and we equally work on the very good README for my starter kit with a beautiful logo. You guys know me, all of that cool stuff. And then we release all of this stuff in the very proper way. Potentially June will be already publicly available by then, and we can actually have this for everyone available. Meanwhile, if you want to see the rules I'm using on Juni, go to my Laravel starter kit, which I'm going to send you the link. Here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Nuno, please click on light mode bottom to see. Oh? What are you guys talking about? What do you mean light mode? Nuno, please light mode bottom to see. What do you mean? Did you even notice created a light mode? Wait, what? What are you guys talking about? Oh, on a to-do app? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's not working, I think. Let me see on Firefox. Yeah, it's not working, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, if we were a little bit more explicit and we were, if we would send a link to a website like revolut.com and ask the AI vibe coding tool to go there and see how exactly it is. Take a screenshot. Probably would have done, in terms of design, something a little bit better than this. But I'm happy with this. This is a good job already. Okay? It's better than me already. For design, for sure. All right, Chad. That was an awesome live stream. Very happy with Juni. PHP Storm for the win, you know. And that was awesome. Deleting a to-do? I think so. Let me see. Yeah, confirmation. Oh, nice empty thing here, right here. You guys see? Empty screen. No tasks yet. Get started creating your first task. Not bad. When are you doing the React live stream? Okay, chat, what do you think that we bring some React content to the stream? So I was thinking, you guys know me, like I'm a big fan of Laracast. I have learned pretty much everything I know from the Laracast channel, okay? And I kind of want to do this. I want to go to the Laracast React course. You see this one? So I talked with, is this the one? No, this is not the one. So Laracast have a new React thing, I think. React from scratch. This is the one. So I was thinking, you know, I like to think. You guys know me. I think a lot. So I was thinking about bringing some content of React to the channel. And the way it would work would be, I would pretty much watch this stuff with you, which is not too big. It's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 6 minutes. It's not crazy big. And then I would just follow this with you guys while I code the entire stuff. And you guys could potentially go with me, follow me if you want to, either visually or equally coding with me. And we would basically do this React course all together. First, do you think it's a good idea? Or you don't think it's a good idea? Let me know right in the chat. By the way, people on TikTok, I really appreciate you guys being there. You guys are absolutely awesome. Picking Floyd is saying, I like that idea. Matt Troy Floyd is saying, React week. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Charlie French Boy is saying, yes, yes, yes. Only the free part of the course. Well, Jeffrey Way told me that I am allowed to literally show even the paid stuff. So we can literally go and see the entire thing here on the channel. State props, re-render cycles, prop drilling, context API, form requests, pending state, everything will be available for all of us. So, you know, even the paid stuff, we are going to see, we are going to be able to see it on the channel. And hopefully they will be teaching stuff from the React 19 version, including the optimistic API and all of that cool things. They just, you know, they just sent to us. And there is a few things I want to explore, things that typically I wouldn't use with the inertia approach, like actions, for example. So I'm also curious to explore that as well. So what do you think, chat? It is a good idea or it's a bad idea? What do you think, chat? It would be amazing. All right, chat. Let's make that happen. Potentially next week or the week after. I'm going to check because you know what? Next week is my birthday. That's right. My birthday is 9 May. And I'm thinking about traveling for 2-3 days. I don't know. If I'm traveling, I'm not sure what am I doing. I want to maybe traveling with a friend or maybe with my wife. I'm not really sure. Maybe I will create content. Maybe I'm not. Regardless, I'm going to for sure bring React in May to the channel so you guys can do this stuff with me. All right, chat. You guys know me. I love you all, but it's time to rest. Thank you so much for being on that side. You guys are absolutely awesome. Let's rate someone as usual on Twitch. If you don't know, on Twitch we can rate someone, meaning sending all my viewership to a different channel. So I'm going to go here and select someone doing some PHP stuff. And who do we have here? We have João Patricio doing some AI programming situation with Filament apparently. So I'm going to rate João Patricio. And that's it. Love you all. Catch you guys next week. Good weekend, everyone. Peace out.